Hello and welcome to Studio 415. On today's show, you will see how the Champions Together season is going and how they raise funds for the Special Olympics. You'll hear why the buses are leaving Carroll at a different time. And you'll see two students try to eat saltine crackers as fast as they can. All that and more coming up next.
I don't miss this show. It's going to be my best year ever.
Nick's going right into it. Tarek going back to his smashing the crackers technique.
But the number one reason being the big bad COVID-19.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Brendan Mullet. With the Champions Together basketball season underway, these unified athletes and partners are trying to raise money for the program. Studio 415 reporter Casey Bain brings us a story.
In the middle of December, Coach Alan Bodenstein introduced an exciting and fun charity event to raise money for Special Olympics. Special Olympics Indiana is the organization that funds the unified programs in schools across Indiana, and the players and partners were excited to help raise money for this organization.
The Polar Plunge has been an annual event for 22 years with the intentions to increase funds for the year-round athletic opportunities for unified sports. With this being said, it is Carroll's second year participating, where they have collectively raised over $21,000 compared to last year's $8,000. The money raised helps pay for coach salaries as well as event costs such as renting facilities, providing opportunities for kids all around the state. To raise money for this event, individuals have been asking for donations through Special Olympics website. With the goal of matching last year's $8,000, this year can be considered a great success. The Polar Plunge is just like it sounds. Once the fundraising ends, the participants run into freezing cold water, hence the fundraiser slogan, Freezing for a Reason. The 2021 plunge took place on February 13th at Mattea County Park. Roughly 35 individuals from Carroll jumped for the cause, even though the temperatures were at 23 degrees and winds blowing at 13 miles an hour. Senior Joel Ledger was one of these participants who raised over $600. Although it was his first year involved in unified sports, Ledger doesn't regret his contribution and loves the memories he's created.
And I felt like someone was pushing me to do this, so I decided, what the heck, I'll do it. And it turns out to be like super fun, so I was like, why not do basketball, why not do football, and why not raise money for this? So.
Ledger wasn't the only first-year participant. Newly hired coach Kel Preston has enjoyed his experience with both the kids and other coaches. Preston is the fifth-ranked individual funder in the state, just behind four others, including current head coach Alan Bodenstein. Senior athlete Brent Ambergy, who's been a big part of the program the last few years, has also been contributing to the fundraiser. From taking home state rings on the gridiron and dropping dimes on the hardwood, Ambergy has appreciated the opportunities which Special Olympics Indiana has provided. He feels very gracious and thankful for what the community has been able to do.
Well, I want to say, God bless you, and I want to say, for in my whole entire life, I want to thank all of you guys for coming out, and God bless my heart. I want you guys just donate more money and have fun. And just do it next year, and I don't miss this.
The program has been successful due to time and effort given from everyone involved, especially head coach Alan Bodenstein. Reaching out to his entire contact list as well as old friends around the country, he has raised over $9,000 of the $21,000 for the Chargers. This program has allowed him to keep doing what he loves.
Special Olympics, they put together all these programs. If it wasn't for their vision, 7-8 years ago, there wouldn't be unified sports.
If you'd like to get involved with the unified program, contact Coach Alan Bodenstein at alan.bodenstein@nac-k12.in.us. For Studio 415, I'm Casey Bain.
Since kindergarten, NAC students have had the privilege of riding the bus to and from school. Yet this year, grades 6 through 12 are experiencing a slight change in their after-school routine. And my story, I tell you why this change was made. Since early 2021, NAC's transportation department announced that all buses will now be leaving at 3:40. This is a slight difference from their old departure time, 3:45. This now allows students to get home at an earlier time from a hard day's work at school. One of the big reasons for this modest change was due to COVID-19. Thought process was leaving earlier would limit the close contact of students after school. Transportation's operations manager, Natalie Hoffman, believes how several minutes could be so beneficial.
The 5 minutes not only eliminates the exposure time for the students together in the bus lot at Carroll High School, but it also reduces the exposure time for the students that are gathered at Carroll Middle School.
Hoffman also defines that leaving on an earlier departure limits the unneeded quarantines between the middle school and high school bus riders.
And we've also seen from that some unnecessary quarantines from high schoolers that are exposing middle schoolers. They don't even know each other. They don't go to school together. They just ride the bus together for 15 minutes.
Although leaving 5 minutes earlier is a benefit to get the students home sooner and practicing social distancing of large crowds, the early bus departure does have some negatives. With the buses leaving at 3:40 instead of 3:45, students don't have much time to get to their appropriate bus. This makes it difficult for students to get after-school help if they don't have their own set of transportation to get home. Junior bus rider Harrison Reed feels that he enjoys the shift in time, but it isn't perfect.
I mean, I think it's a pretty good change overall because like getting home quicker is nice, you know. But I mean, if you do want to like talk to your teacher after class, I think that's really the main like issue with it.
Although the bus change isn't major compared to the adjustments we have had to go through this crazy year, it is important to try to keep as much students in school as possible. For Studio 415, I'm Brendan Mowat. After last week's record-breaking snowfall, it looks like the snow may start to melt. Weather specialist Gage Fisher is joining us with the forecast.
Thanks, Brendan. Hopefully you all enjoyed your weekend of warm weather. As we look at the National Doppler, we can see that there is some precipitation from the Great Plains that is moving towards the south from Oklahoma toward Georgia. And as we look at the local Doppler, we can see that there is not much action. There might be a little bits of precipitation more down south towards Tennessee, but really shouldn't affect us in Indiana. As we look in the forecast, we can see for Tuesday, we're expecting to see a high of 41 with about a low of 31. And as we move into Wednesday, we can see that this is going to be one of our warmest days of the week with clear skies and a high of 52 degrees and a low of about 26 degrees. Thursday is predicted to continue with the trend of sunshine with a high of 45 degrees and a low of 24. An overview for Friday and into the weekend, Friday is going to continue with the clear skies and stay around 45 degrees with a high of 45 and a low of 26. Saturday and Sunday, the temperatures will slightly drop, with Saturday being a high of 43 and a low of 24, with rain in the forecast. While Sunday, we can expect the sun to make another appearance with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 26. Maybe go outside and enjoy this nice weather throughout the week as we transition into springtime. Remember to stay safe out there. Back to you, Brendan.
Thanks, Gage. This week's Charger Challenge asked students to take on the Guinness World Record for eating saltine crackers. Here's host, Casey Bain.
I don't know who I'm going to get. Andy's going to help me out because I don't know very many people. Oh, by the way, my record is 5 on the saltine crackers, so 10's going to be a challenge, and I'm kind of a professional food eater myself. All right, let's go and do this. Dart, would you like to eat crackers on a Charger Challenge?
I would love to eat crackers on a Charger Challenge.
We have our first high. Would you like to eat crackers on a Charger Challenge?
No.
He said no. Would you like to eat crackers in a Charger Challenge? We got another no.
Yeah.
Oh, boom. Let's do this. We're going. I hate this so much. Welcome to Season 4, Week 5 of the Charter Challenge. I'm your host, Casey Bain, and today we will have 2 contestants eating saltine crackers to break the world record, all to win the Studio 415 Cup. Let's get cracking.
I'm D'Artagnan Chapman. I'm from Huntertown Elementary, and I'm gonna win because tomorrow I flee the country. Really.
I'm Nick McKinley. I went to Huntertown Elementary, and I'm gonna win because of the lucky bracelet.
All right, are you boys ready to eat some crackers?
Maybe.
All right, get ready to smack in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, Nick's going right into it. Dart's going back to his smashing the crackers technique. I don't think he's just kind of spreading it across the table. If I had to guess, I think Nick's in the lead right now just because he doesn't have it all over. What is Dart? What are you? I think Dart's trying to inhale his crackers. Maybe. Can you snort crackers? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Just had his. Don't laugh or it'll come out. We're at 20 seconds left, and I don't think the record is near sight for Dart here. We got 15 seconds left on the clock. Nick's still going strong, but I think he's got 2 crackers now. Dart still has 8 of them on this. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that record was not broken today. Honestly, it looks like you don't have much crackers left, but then you look at this.
Together, I mean, you know.
I don't think there was any way possible you were going to be able to get all of that.
Okay, that is, keep filming, yeah. That is 3 crackers.
I count 4.
That is 4. Let's count this as 2. Dude, I don't know what this is.
It looks like a lot less crackers. Hey, that's good job, Dart. Got 3. So I think we gotta go Dart with the winner on that. All right, after the challenge, Dart has won the Studio 415 Cup. How do you feel, sir?
I'll be honest, I think I came out of the womb for this moment.
Nice. Nick, how do you feel?
I'm disappointed in the lucky bracelet.
I guess you could say he's feeling pretty salty after that.
Oh. Problem.
Teachers often use personal stories to help illustrate what they are teaching. Sometimes teachers have so many stories to share that students may become curious about the lives that teachers live. Studio 415 reporter Landon Wallace sat down to hear the life story of one CHS educator.
Leslie Clark is a social studies teacher here at Carroll. She teaches AP U.S. history along with sociology during the school day. Originally from Brooklyn, New York, Leslie Clark grew up in Middletown, New Jersey, curious about the world around her. This curiosity led her to pursue a position teaching history.
I've always just been interested in everything about the world, especially people. Just growing up, wherever I am, I just want to know more about the background, what the area, how it became how it did. And history is just a natural expression of that.
She recalls her early years living in New Jersey and seeing what it has to offer as great memories.
And I just have great memories of the beach, the ocean, the Jersey Shore, going into the city all the time. Taking the ferry originally to Brooklyn once a month to visit my grandparents, being able to just take a bus into New York City with my friends and walk around and look at everything. It was very safe and it was just very cool.
Clark worked as a nanny for a family when she was a teenager. She lived with the family for 8 summers in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. It was there that she had decided to go to Indiana University.
Walter Cronkite was the godfather of the family I worked for, and he was actually the one who at dinner one night, which he and his wife always included me in it. They weren't snobby or anything like the rest of the people around were, but not the family I worked with. He was so wonderful, and he is the one who encouraged me to look at Indiana University.
Over the years, Mrs. Clark has made many memories and traveled to numerous places around the world. She enjoys searching for her genealogy with her husband.
Recently, my husband and I have traveled to find our roots, and I found in Scotland, in the northern part of Scotland, a year ago before COVID, on the North Sea, little villages, and then across it in Sweden and Norway, I found my grandmother's original farm homes, and just the fjords of Norway, just seeing those, it was fabulous and beautiful.
Mrs. Clark encourages everyone to seek out opportunities and adventures. You never know who you may meet or what you might accomplish. For Studio 415, I'm Landon Wallace.
Things have recently changed for Carroll sophomores and freshmen due to the difference in graduation requirements they will need to meet in the future. Studio 415 reporter Mike Rosrabian will offer us more on the story.
Starting for graduates of 2023, a new program will be implemented called Graduation Pathways. With this, there will be a new list of requirements that students need to fulfill in order to graduate. As guidance counselor Sally Gerber explains, 4 different diploma options will determine what requirements need to be completed. Those being a general, Core 40, academic honors, or technical honors diploma. Everything that was required before will still be needed for these diplomas. However, there are now 2 new requirements that students will have to meet. These being able to show employability skills and post-secondary ready skills. This includes things such as getting an honors diploma and passing the ACT or SAT.
It used to be, prior to that, you just had to get your diploma requirements and your credits. Now you have to do that plus 2 other things.
Students will have several different types of work experiences they can choose from. If outside of schoolwork is not an option, there are other activities students can choose from to meet the graduation requirements.
Box 2 is you have to do what's called a project-based learning experience, or service-based learning experience, or work-based learning experience. The project-based learning experiences are certain classes, like the PLTW engineering classes, would count for that.
If students don't want to get a job, extracurricular activities can take the place of getting a job. Things like volunteering at the local animal shelter or soup kitchen can also fill the requirements. If students would prefer to work but are not 16, a work permit will be needed.
You go to the front office and get a work permit, and you go to your employer and have them fill it out, and then take the work permit in with a birth certificate.
With the added requirements, some old requirements are not needed anymore. I-STEP, a test students would have to take to graduate, will not be required anymore, starting with the graduating class of 2023 and everyone following. Some students prefer these new changes, but others prefer the old way.
No, I don't think they're necessary at all. I think the way that they had it before worked just fine. I don't know why they made changes, but I guess we'll find out.
With all the changes, guidance counselors encourage students to stay on track for graduation by making a course plan.
If any students need help finding a course or a new plan that best fits them, a slip can be filled out at guidance to find more information on requirements and courses. For Studio 415, I'm Michael Lastrabian.
That's all we have today. Thanks for watching. If there's a story you'd like us to cover, please let us know. For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great week, Carroll.
Some friendly smiles walk the halls with me. Studio